Hey guys, so this is the front window out of our 1957 Aljo. I have reworked all of the windows from the camper, the jalousie windows, the awning style windows, everything. I just finished these awning styles. I replaced all the gaskets and cleaned the glass and cleaned the aluminum, etc. on both, make sure the mechanisms work, change the screen out on the back one. But this window up front was different. I'm sure I overlooked it, but I looked online, I Googled. I couldn't find out how this window glass was inserted. Because if you look at it, all you see is the glass and then this really clean, nice, smooth frame. And there's no obvious place to remove it. There are no screws, there are no gaps. I mean, it's just in there. So I just kind of took a chance and I got one of these cheap pick tools. Harbor Freight sells them for like $3. There's a bunch of them in there. And I started just kind of picking away at this end piece initially. And finally got it to come out. I bent it slightly, but it's aluminum, it'll go back. But here's the interesting thing. So what's inside of here is the pane of glass sitting on some sort of a, glazing adhesive. And that's it. The aluminum just slides in. So now I was starting on the long side to try to get it all out because I want to reseat all this and reseal it. And so what I did was I took this really inexpensive putty knife with a metal blade. And again, this was super tight. I mean, after 60 years of sitting there, it may leak, but it wasn't wanting to give. And I just kind of took this, put it down on the crack, worked it, and it gave finally. I also kind of came underneath as well to free up any old grime and dirt. And then I'm just, working it down. And you can tell now it's getting kind of tight again. Obviously you want to be careful. You don't want to break the glass. It's also difficult to do one-handed, so I'm going to stop. But I just thought that was interesting. I thought you guys might want to see it. If you have a window like this in the front of your camper, this is how it works. The aluminum is simply a kind of V-shaped trim that slides in, and from what I can tell, there's no adhesive on the bottom, there are no fasteners. It simply wedges in under this lip right here. You kind of press this under and press down. It's really, I don't know, it's interesting to me. In fact, I thought about, once I replaced the window and the glazing tape, putting a bead of silicone here, but you can't because this slides all the way in over the glass. So you have very few options. And I guess you better hope that glazing tape works for water because there's no other way to caulk it. And you don't want to caulk on the outside. So anyway, that's it. Just real quick showing you guys how this worked and how this window comes apart.